Hello and welcome to Empress Moon Tarot 777. You are here for the Scorpio full moon reading. This is going to be for the sign of Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I will be doing each individual sign for the lunar cycle. I have set my intention that when I shuffle each card, I'm going to do exactly 8 shuffles and take the top card because Scorpio rules the 8th house. So we are going to take a brief look at a few different things associated with the lunar cycle, Scorpio, and what you need to be concerned about during this time frame. We're also going to take 1 romance angels and 1 oracle of visions. So I have done 3, 4, 5. This is for the sign of Scorpio, please, Spirit. 6, 7, 8. Okay. Spirit, what needs to pass on from Scorpio's life during this lunar cycle? What needs to pass on from Scorpio's life during this lunar cycle? Where will rebirth happen in Scorpio's life? What will be the outcome of this lunar cycle for Scorpio? And what emotions are brewing underneath the surface for Scorpio that they may need to deal with? Wow, Scorpio, your cards are expressive again, just like last night. And what does Scorpio need to be cautious of? That's a separate message because I set my intention already. So let's take a brief look at this because this is associated with this period of time for you, Scorpio. So we start out with the Death card. Something needs to transform in your life. You need to let go of hurts, let go of difficulties, and move towards something much more peaceful, much more tranquil. I'm seeing here that I'm real drawn to the rose again. True love. I feel like you're needing to let something go because you're recognizing that it's not going to serve you in a particular love connection. Here we have the Magician, you trying to manifest something in your life. Full moon is a great time to be doing that. Putting your intention out to the universe with the belief that it's actually going to happen for you. And then we have this Knight of Cups here. This is you wanting to express your emotions towards somebody. So it looks like this is something that's going to be important to you during this lunar cycle. Let's go ahead and we'll leave it here separately as it's not part of the original spread. So, Scorpio, what needs to pass on from your life at this point in time? Page of Wands. The Page of Wands for me is a very immature energy. It's possible that, it may be time for you to kind of let go of a passionate, immature energy. With the Page of Wands, there's an aspect of holding on too deeply to something or holding on dearly to something. There may be something in your life that you've not wanted to let go of, which may be associated with this death transformation here, something you did not want to let go of, which is preventing your forward movement. So what we're seeing here is that it's time for you to let go of whatever it is that you're clinging to, that's no longer a part of your life or no longer serving you, Scorpio. With that Page of Wands, you need to be bold and be confident. Now, where will rebirth happen in your life, Scorpio? Your finances, my dear. Your finances, Scorpio. With the Four of Coins here, there's a fear of loss. A fear of loss. And a lack of desire to want to be vulnerable. Kind of keeping yourself I feel as an introspection here, a very strong introspection. And I'm not quite sure where this is coming from, Scorpio. I just got redirected. My apologies. But I feel as if you have planted some sort of seed in an attempt to move in a direction to bring in financial abundance, and you have not yet seen that come about, but this is going to be changing for you. There's going to be some sort of change in your life associated with your financial situation. What you need to be cautious of, Hermit. I think what you need to be cautious of is going into hermit mode and cutting off the world, because that's what this card is about. Be cautious about, your typical need to kind of be alone. It looks like this particular time, this lunar cycle, is not a time in which you are being directed to do so. So just be very cautious of that, because it may actually harm you. Because this is the stinger position of the Scorpio full moon reading. So be very, very, very cautious of that. You don't want it to come back and cause you any distress or any trouble, Scorpio. And what emotions do you have bubbling under the surface? Wheel of Fortune. There's the overall sense that you are being pulled in a direction that may be your destiny, maybe fate. You may be seeing a lot of signs and synchronicities and not telling anybody about them. You may be feeling a pull in a specific direction, but yet not taking action on it. There's a resistance to change, a resistance to the direction that you're being called in, but underneath the surface, it's brewing. You know it's there. You recognize it's there. You're starting to feel that you're being pulled in a specific direction outside of your control, and that may be leaving you feeling a little bit out of sorts. Your outcome for this lunar cycle looks like you're going to be making a decision to take action on something specific. Okay. Why is the Two of Wands here and the outcome for Scorpio? Might be you're deciding to take action on communicating. Yep, that's exactly what you're doing. You're trying to decide on how to take action. Somebody means the world to you. You're wanting to move towards them and express how you're feeling. This is Cupid's arrows, the arrows of love. So Scorpio, that's what I'm seeing for this Two of Wands. During this lunar cycle, you're going to be determining how to take action towards this person. Be cautious not to go into this hermit mode. It looks like that could do you some harm here, Scorpio. Definitely is something that you need to clear away in order to move towards this person. Scorpio during the Scorpio full moon cycle. There's what you need to release, Scorpio. You need to release an ex that you're holding on to. I'm willing to bet that has to do with our Page of Wands. What you're holding on to is the ex. What you need to release in order to move towards somebody new here is an ex. There's an ex, either an ex that, you know, you're still communicating with, or, you know, you're still kind of hung up on, or an ex that hurt you in some way. There's something related to an ex, Scorpio, that needs to be removed. Scorpio during the Scorpio full moon lunar cycle. Oh, wow. To me, this speaks very strongly of a twin flame connection. We have two very, very, very similar people here sharing one mask. I feel like, Scorpio, both you and possibly a twin flame, soulmate, both of you are hiding behind some sort of mask at the moment. It's like somebody's being deceptive and not expressing how they feel, possibly both of you. There is happiness here in this connection, represented by the sun. This mask is very much looking like the sun. But it's like neither one of you is willing to express or open up. There's a lack of wanting to be, a lack of a desire to open up, afraid to be vulnerable with each other. Perhaps something has happened in the connection previously, in this connection, that is leaving you or the other person feeling like they cannot open up. But I definitely see very much twin flame type union or soulmate union here in this imagery. So in this particular lunar cycle, I feel like there's going to be a challenge for the two of you to open up to one another. If you do, it's very possible that what our mask is showing us is two people joining together in some sort of union. Because once you look at the mask, it looks like one face when you see the two eyes there. So it's very possible that the two of you could be joining into one union. It's card number 4. The number 4 might be very important to somebody, especially if you have like a repeating number of 4. We have 4 here, 4 here. This is 13. It reduces down to 4. So that tells me that your perspective on this situation needs to change a little. If the number 4 is indeed important and 13 reduces down to 4, it's extremely important for you to let go of this past situation in order to have your forward movement, in order to have the success, in order for you to have a rebirth in various areas of your life. Let me see if we have any other 4s. No, that's it. All right, Scorpio, that's what I have for you for the full moon in Scorpio. It's actually quite beautiful. Decision times, communicating with somebody you have feelings for, releasing an ex, increases in finances soon, once again releasing the ex. And you feel like this is fate, destiny, something of that nature. You may need to take a look at that and be cautious of your going into this period of solitude. All right, my dears, have a beautiful, beautiful, Beautiful day. For those Scorpios that are going to be seeing the full moon, and I saw that it was supposed to be 9/11 Eastern Standard Time in the US. So for those of you that are in the same time zone as me, it's supposed to be at 9:11 p.m. this evening. And enjoy. It's supposed to be particularly powerful for Scorpio. So have a great weekend. See you soon.